Assassin's Creed 3. The 5th game in the series. Unless you got the spin house, which you do not fucking do. It's awesome that Ubisoft keeps improving on the franchise with great graphics and better gameplay. Especially with the new tree running mechanic, where you jump from tree to tree, total Tarzan style. Well, it ain't as cool as this, but it's still pretty cool. But with that said, if you like stories, you have to like them a lot to like this one's. So the story starts with you playing Connor's dad, arriving to America, doing these tutorial missions, where most of the time it feels very confusing and plain out irritating when you keep thinking when the Connor's gonna come on. Plus, to add up to that, 1/4 of the campaign is about the dad. And after 3 long sequences, you finally get to play Connor. As a kid though, where you and your friends practice your finding, hunting, climbing, collecting, and hunting skills. And when you get back, you find your village in flames and mother in stunning danger. But unfortunately, this is the only time the story of the game makes you emotional about the action on screen. And when Connor's finally grown up, he is boring as hell. He is short-spoken and he is emotionless as hell. And that's not in the badass way. I mean, I even liked him better as a kid. Just see this.
What is your name? So I can find you.
I will not leave! Do you hear me? I'm never leaving!
And in the actual story missions, way too much of the time you just follow some guy around telling you what to do, what's gonna happen, making it feel like the game is shoving this ass story down your throat. But I must admit, the story also has its good parts. Like being at the historical events and meeting the founding fathers. But unfortunately, this is probably only good things about the story.
Prepare yourselves.
Gameplay isn't here.
I'm sick of being treated like I'm not even here.
Oh yeah, Desmond's still here, by the way. So pretty much what Desmond and the others are doing, just save the world or some shit. I don't care about him.
Desmond, you need to keep going. Desmond, do this. Desmond, do that. Desmond, you better figure things out because the sun is gonna turn us all to ash.
Luckily, when you've beaten the tutorial missions, most of the world will open up to you. And holy shit, it's a beautiful world. From cities full of life to magnificent forests. And to add up to that, there's a fully fleshed out weather and seasoning system. Now the Assassin's Creed games have always had beautiful worlds, but the thing about Assassin's Creed 3 is there is so much stuff to do. It's overwhelming. It's like you ask for a bag of chips and the game pours a truck of candy onto you. There's stuff like the Frontiersman missions, where you investigate mythical creatures like the Kraken or Bigfoot. Or there's the Brawler missions, where you fight in a fighting tournament, where each and every main fighter have a different fighting style, so you need a different tactic for each of them, which is very cool. But unfortunately, most of the other side quests are just used for getting quick cash, like delivering mail or assassination contracts. Now, because the game is set in the colonial times, there are some liberation missions, where you can free certain territories from the loyalists. You can do that by helping the colonists in different ways, like killing tax collectors or taking out smugglers. And when you've helped enough, a citizen will join you and help you take out the leader of the loyalists in the specific area. When you've done that, the citizen will join you as a recruit, like they did in the other games. However, now they have new and selectable abilities that you unlock with the recruits. The abilities will help you in a lot of scenarios, like the lure, assassination, bodyguarding, escorting, riot, and many more. And so taking the roles of the thieves, mercenaries, and hoes from the previous games. Another way to crush the loyalists is to take over their forts. The cool part of the fourth mission is that you can go in as a stealthy assassin or go in like a god of chaos and destruction, slaughtering a small army, which probably sounds pretty damn unrealistic, but come on. This is the franchise where you can survive any jump as long as there's a haystack on the bottom. So it's not really a surprise that the combat is unrealistic too. Apropos of the combat, it's better than ever here. I mean, it's so goddamn good that I like to get as many guards on me as possible and then take time on how many I can kill in a minute. The reason that it's so goddamn good is because it's satisfying as f***. Like when you go from one guy to another and taking out 3 in a single kill and then making one of the guards into a human shield as his squad fires 30 kilos of iron bullets on him. You can also now use the environment to take out enemies, like shoving them off roofs, smashing them into walls, or make them crash into a table. But the biggest change Ubisoft has done in the combat system is that blocking and countering is now timing based, so instead of just standing there waiting on them to attack you, you can slice up one of the guards as another attacks you, and you counter them, and then the first guy attacks you, and you counter him, and you can also now counter multiple enemies at once, making the game feel a bit more adrenaline pumping. Unfortunately, this makes the game very button mashing, like BX to win. Even though there's some guards that are stronger and can't be countered, because once you've found a strategy for each of them, they go from a wall to a dog poop on the street. Ubisoft has also introduced 2 new major weapon types, the bow and arrow and the rope dart. The rope dart is a great weapon for taking out harder enemies, but it can also be used to hang people, and that really makes you feel like an angel of death. The bow and arrow, however, ain't as interesting. It's just a stealthy ranged weapon with ammo rare like shit. But if you get tired of liberating the land, then get on my mighty vessel and let's conquer the 7 seas. Arr! Anyways, the new naval missions probably have the best ship mechanics in any game ever. Even games that's only about sailing can't beat this shit. The feeling to ram into an enemy ship and then fire all cannons at him and just hear your crew cheering and celebrating the critical shot is probably the greatest feeling you get in any ship game ever. Even when you're just sailing, it really feels like you have a big and powerful beast in your control. But if you want to take a break from all of the liberating, then you can go to your homestead, where you can help a community grow by helping out in different ways. This can be from stuff like saving someone from a bear to chasing pigs into a bin.
Yes, no, Piggy, why are you doing this to me?
But the greatest part of the homestead is that you feel like you really are a part of this community, and that the villagers really look up to you, and that they really believe that they're in debt to you.
It was not long ago that such a life was only a dream for us, Connor.
There are also tons and tons of little mini things you can do, like collecting almanac pages for Benjamin Franklin, or god hunting stuff like bears, cougars, or elks. Or you can go around in the underground solving puzzles left behind by the Illuminati themselves to unlock fast travel stations, or crack chests open with the new amazing picklock mechanic. You can even play board games if you like. There's probably been lots of people bitching about Desmond's ending, and probably more to come. I'm not gonna spoil it, but basically Desmond gets this final choice, and the player can't choose for him for story purposes. But even though, I still like the ending, because, well, let's just say it, that it's for the better for future Assassin's Creed games. When you've beaten the campaign, you get introduced to something called pivots, which are basically collectible cheat codes where you have to hack the map to find it. Go on YouTube to find out how to do it, because the tutorial sucks balls. To finish it all off, there's a multiplayer mode, where there's tons of new content, like the new game modes. Domination is my personal favorite. There are also new abilities, but everybody still uses those smoke bombs. Oh, and if you're planning to getting this game because of the multiplayer, get it on the PS3 or the Xbox. Not sure about Wii U, but it's hard as to find a game for ping lower than 100 with an average internet connection on the PC. Plus it's way better with a controller anyways, so there's almost no reason to get it on PC instead of the console. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final verdict, which is 79 out of 100. With the only things pulling it down is the bad storyline, boring main characters, and disappointing war battles. If you're an old story kind of guy, you're not gonna enjoy this so much. But if you're in for the gameplay, then you're in for one hell of a ride. The name's been Daggett, and I hope we shall meet again. Next time on Ultra Super Mega Review.
I apologize if I've been unclear or otherwise confused you with my words. It was never my intention to mislead, so let me try to clarify. Get the hell off my land.